here under the normal light. I'm not standing on a bucket anymore, so you're looking at eye level right now, so you can see a lot of these buds are pretty big, and I'm relatively satisfied with the way everything looks here in these final, now that we're getting ready to cut them down. A little bit more of the crinkling than I'm used to on finishing normal, but nonetheless, it doesn't affect the buds at all. They also look really great. They're all really nice and frosty. You guys kind of take a look at them real quick. But really quick, just wanted to kind of talk about what's happened since the last video. Up until Wednesday, we were continuing to feed on my normal just flushing fresh water solution. And up until Wednesday, I gave them pretty decent little feeding, and then we basically cut off the water and let them finish out the light for the rest of the day on Wednesday, and then they basically sat in darkness for all of Thursday, and it's now Friday night, and we're basically getting ready to harvest right now. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. We're going to get cutting down, and we'll check back in. Alright guys, so we're about halfway done with the harvest now. We got Canna Chef over here helping me take down these plants. Working the last couple on the first half here. And just wanted to take a minute to really talk about what we're going to be doing during this cut down process. And what you can see is that the net's kind of falling backwards, but you can see we've got just a lot of top main branches up here, and all these big main ones, we're taking them, cutting them down, separating them, and throwing them in this bag so they can get more length to it. And all the medium to smaller size buds we're just throwing in this bucket over here, and then basically bagging all of them up really quick and taking them home to get them hung as quick as possible. And from then, once they're all hung, we'll go back and start removing the fan leaves. But when we get to that, we'll go over that a little bit later. But for now, we're just going to continue hacking the rest of these plants down, and we'll probably be back once we get them all hung up. So until next time. Alright guys, so you can see that all the plants have been basically harvested and cleared it down. You can see got the pots all stacked up, all the remains sitting over there, cocoa lined up for next grow. And yeah, this process only really took about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours at max, to get everything all bagged up. And we're loading it up in the car, and we're gonna get it loaded home. It's only about 10-15 minute drive away, and we're gonna get them all strung up. So nice to be able to get the room cleaned out and the floor cleaned really quickly. So yeah, we'll be checking back in when we upgrade this room, and let's get to the hanging. Okay guys, so you can see that everything is now basically all hung up, and this time around, since I had some snappages last time, definitely secured and redid all my lines. There's about 7 lines in here, and in this room I tried to mainly fill it up with, starting with the biggest buds in the back, working our way forward. We had a lot of main tops this time, and so as we got to the front, we got kind of starting into the smaller stuff, and I actually had to overfill into this room as well. We've got 4 or 5 more lines in here, and this is mainly just the smaller stuff. A lot of this stuff will end up becoming stuff that we just end up saving for cooking. You can see, like, real quick right here, we've got just like boxes and bags of different trim, so we'll probably just use a lot of it for that. But you can see some of the stuff that we didn't want to hang up, we've already broken down. We've already got like 3 and something shelves filled up, but there's a lot of good sized buds in here. But everything is looking really good quality wise. We're gonna be going back now and taking off all these major fan leaves so that we can let them dry. They're gonna just basically be sitting in here in a complete darkness, no fans, no dehumidifier, no nothing, just really nice, slow, steady dry. So anyway, we've got a lot of work to do. This was definitely more than I was really expecting in here, so yeah, I'm gonna get back to work, and we'll check back in.
sister brought Doug home, I knew he was one of my own. And my wolf pack, it grew by one. So were there were two of us in the wolf pack. I was alone first in the pack, and then Doug joined in later. And 6 months ago, when Doug introduced me to you guys, I thought...
What's going on, guys? Just trying to bring you a quick little update on the harvest. I had made a couple of the videos, little progressive videos, as I was doing stuff, but I didn't really feel that I kind of got a chance to describe what was going on as well as I thought it. So I'm going to kind of recap and go over things really quickly. So, you know, just to give you a sense of the timeline, after we harvested the plants, all of these plants are hung up, you know, within an hour. Maybe two max, and they were all then, you know, sequentially, we started with the small stuff and broke it all down and filled up the rack. So we've got most of the smaller stuff, but some pretty decent sized nugs in here. And yeah, so we worked on that first, and once we got that done, then we came back and just removed all of the big major fan leaves off all the buds that are hanging here drying. And this is just going to allow them to dry really nice and slow. We're not doing any additional forcing of drying in here. Like I mentioned, the only thing that's in this room is we've got two fans, one blowing this way and one blowing that way on the ground to keep air moving. And then there's a carbon filter that I was running in the back to keep the smell down. But we are keeping all of the, you know, my heating and air conditioning duct up there is all blocked off, so staying nice, dark, and cool in here, which will help keep the dry time relatively slow. These buds all have started to dry up though, so I don't think it's going to take too long. These the buds aren't as big as the you know, Blue Dream Grow, so I don't think it's going to take nearly as long to dry up. So I would suggest that I would assume that in the next, probably by the weekend, you know, the next 3-4 days, these should be pretty much completely dry. And at that point, you know, I'm going to start breaking them down and get them into their curing jars. I've got most of my jars stacked up back there in the closet, just waiting. So yeah, I just want to get this video up real quick and let you guys know about the harvest, and probably have an update here on the cure, that process, when I go over the totals. So until next time, guys, thanks for watching.